Storm out to a blazing start, 10-2 over the Connecticut Sun. Hey, visit the online team store at stormbasketball.com for your favorite Storm gear, from sweatshirts, tank tops, jerseys, keychains. The online team store has a huge selection. Stock up today at stormbasketball.com. Want to welcome those watching on NBA TV and fans around the country seeing the type of offense, Adia, from this Seattle team that we've seen the last 5 games now.
And the confidence in the half-court running. They have 5 fast break points already in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of play. That's impressive.
Montgomery now high post, Tina Charles with A-Rob on her. She goes 2 dribbles to the left and floats one up on the left side, no good, and Tanisha Wright is there for the rebound, and over-the-back call on Connecticut. That is on Tina Charles, her first.
Ashley Robinson playing great defense on Tina Charles. Tina Charles is facing up, trying to post up, and working for everything, and they're not converting inside the lane right now.
Seattle doing a little bit to Connecticut. What Connecticut did to Seattle the first game, that's just plugging it up in the middle. No driving lanes whatsoever. Camille Little against some full court pressure, feeds Tanisha Wright, throws it over the top of her head, and she catches it wide receiver style as she takes it across the timeline. Little has it up top, gets it poked free by the veteran Asia Jones. She hustles to get it back. 10 on the shot clock for T. Wright. Wright going left to right. Camille dives. Now A-Rob has it to Swin Cash in the corner. She floats one up. First miss of the game. Seattle now 2 for 3 from behind the arc. Montgomery, hippity-hop, surveying the scene, picks up her dribble behind the arc. Now dumps it low. They're going to Tina Charles almost every possession. She's double-teamed, has to get rid of it, and a 15-footer by Asia Jones is up and in. 10-4 Seattle. The
guards for the Storm are doing a great job of digging down and providing support for Ashley to not leave her one-on-one on the block against Charles.
Bird has it, left wing, now around a screen from Ashley Robinson, and a whistle and a foul on A-Rob on an illegal screen. We've seen a lot of that this year, particularly from Ashley. She gets a little antsy when setting those screens sometimes and wants to hip check people.
Well, and Renee Montgomery in Connecticut, she forced 4 fouls like that for the people that are screening on the ball. She does a great job of selling it and flaring her body.
Third turnover on the Storm. Montgomery has it against Bird. 14 in the shot clock to Green. Now dumping it low, Tina Charles. Little fadeaway. That one's up and off the mark. Asia Jones and Camille Little battle for it. It goes out of bounds, last touch by Jones.
Ashley Robinson, her length, and she's playing such great D. Tina Charles is taking really fast shots.
Teal bring it up unimpeded by McCray. On the right-handed dribble, and errant pass to the corner. Camille Little has to go over and get it quickly before it goes out of bounds. Now it circles around to the left side. Take it back up top. Camille, 8 on the shot clock. Drives in on Jones. Tripped and fouled by Jones, and that's 2 quick ones. Nope, it's going to be just 1 on Asia. 1 on Tina Charles, 1 on Asia Jones, the foul situation for Connecticut. So Seattle inbound underneath. Nope, it'll be side with Swin Cash. Tanisha sitting over on the near side wing. Out there is a good shooter in case Sue wants to dribble drive instead. Sue will put up a 3. Ashley Robinson right there for the offensive tip attempt, and it almost goes down. There's Montgomery now, throws it to Asia Jones, who wasn't expecting it, now gets it off McCray. McCray driving in the middle and gets erased by Ashley Robinson.
Nice block, A-Rob. Nothing easy in the paint.
Back into Jones now. She goes in on A-Rob and Swin Cash and scores. 10-6, Seattle by 4.
I want to see Ashley Robinson get the Manute Bull wave with the finger after those block shots.
Tanisha right here on the elbow, now to Swin Cash. Inside, one-on-one, Camille Little spinning on Jones, throws it to Ashley, double team from 8 feet. That one's off the rim, off the glass, no good.
Both teams' post players are playing solid, straight-up defense inside.
Montgomery driving in. She's a little bit out of control right now. She has a tendency of doing that sometimes, but when she plays under control, she's very, very good. But that's the second time now, Renee Montgomery here with the turnover, that she has left her feet and passed the ball, and the player, the intended receiver, wasn't even expecting the ball coming their
And
way.
Dick, you know this as a coach, you never leave your feet making a pass, and I'm sure Mike Tebow, that's probably driving him crazy on the sideline because you can't ever take that pass back.
Birdie with it now. Right-handed dribble, sending Tanisha away. Now Swin to the basketball. Kick it up top to Ashley Robinson, handing off to Tanisha Wright, 5 on the shot clock. She will pull her way in with the left hand and stop, and hit. Boy, how confident has Tanisha Wright been the last few games? She is now 20 for her last 29 from the floor in her last 5.5 games.
She's been great. She's been doing what she does well, slashing, taking people off the dribble. That's her strength.
Asia Jones working Camille Little with a crossover move and dribbles it right out of bounds. Another turnover on the Connecticut Sun, their third.
The post players for Connecticut out of sync right now. They're not converting inside. They're losing the ball, just doing things that they don't typically do.
So LaCo Willingham will come in for Ashley Robinson, and Katie Smith will replace Tanisha Wright. Sue still running the point, bringing it up. Now we'll give off to Camille Little, and we'll initiate the offense to Katie Smith on the near wing. Katie's starting to shoot the ball better the last few games after really struggling throughout much of June and July. Smith now to Bird. Great ball movement. Swin Cash in rhythm. Knocks her home. 15-6 Seattle by 9.
Katie Smith won't get the assist for that, but she is the reason why Swin Cash got that open shot. She broke the defense down from the baseline.
That extra pass, we have seen more of that in the last 5 games than we have the rest of the season. Almost seems like combined.
Yes.
And here's a nice turnaround jump shot by Asia Jones, who's got it going on for Connecticut. She's got 6 of the team's 8 points. Sue, hounded in the corner, has to release it to Swin Cash. Now LaCo Willingham sets a nice screen for Swin. She'll drive in with the left hand, get bumped and fouled. It's going to go on Asia. That's her second. Seattle by 7 here. 3:29 left to go in the first quarter. Montgomery comes out, as does Asia Jones with the 2 fouls. Kara Lawson into the game. Tan White. She will guard Katie Smith, so it's number 14 on 14. Here's LaCo, now high-low, nice pass into Camille Little. Draws space and clears out for the bucket. My goodness, Camille Little just took Kelsey Griffin and threw her off.
Well, in the Storm, great job of recognizing the mismatch and getting the ball inside.
Lawson up top with it. Now to Green. Dumping to low, Tina Charles going baseline on LaCo Willingham. Man, she is quick, and she just gets around and scores. LaCo really doesn't have a chance to stay with Tina when she starts her drive that far away from the basket. She has too much quickness.
Well, yeah, and that's LaCo. She's going to have to push Charles away from the basket, because if she lets her have a position in the key, she's never going to be able to stop her under there.
That's a bad matchup for Seattle right now. Here's Bird with it. Tries to feed Camille Little as she was turning and posting up, and Sue threw the pass a little bit early. Turnover number 4 on Seattle as it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Storm 17, Sun 10, 2:28 left in the first quarter. Griffin has it. Now far side. Coming to low again, Tina Charles. Willingham on her again. This time does a very nice job. Forces it out to Tan White, who's got a very similar stroke to Katie Smith with that kind of side saddle delivery over the shoulder, and she misses that 3 ball. Here's a no-look pass from Sue into Swin Cash. Triple team. Back out Katie Smith. Camille. Touch pass LaCo Willingham. Drives baseline. Gets ripped to the basketball. And here comes Connecticut the other way. Boy, LaCo can't believe she didn't get fouled. I couldn't tell whether she has a beef or not. Here's Tan White in the corner. Second offering. That one's off the back iron, but an offensive rebound. Charles. Reset for Connecticut.
Tan White struggling a little bit from downtown this year. 25%. That's probably the lowest of her career.
Kara Lawson around a pick from Tina Charles. Feeds Griffin up top, 20-footer. That one's off. Connecticut struggling from the field in the early going, 5 of 15. Seattle at 64%. Here's LaCo Willingham will add to that number. Make it 67% for Seattle in the first quarter. That's nothing compared to the 14 of 15 they started last game against San Antonio. 19-10 Storm, 1:15 left. Kelsey Griffin settles for a 15-footer over Little, but knocks it home. 19-12.
Griffin on offense is going to face that because she's more like a tween or a 3-4, but on defense, the Storm need to continue to pound it inside and make her defend underneath the basket. She's had a tough time since she's been in the game.
Bird has it, gets a big pick from Camille Little, crossover dribble into the lane, throws it up, my goodness, and she gets it to go, and she's wondering where a foul is. Brian Agler's wondering where a foul is as well.
I'm wondering how she made that shot, because that was a prayer thrown up, and that was a surprising make,
Honestly,
even by Birdie.
When she went up with that basketball, I thought she was trying to pass it to someone. And I looked and I'm like, well, there's no one under the basket. Oh, it went in.
Exactly, a line drive, just fling up there, went in.
Sue is magical. There is no question about it. We are very fortunate people that we get to watch Sue Bird play 34 games in the regular season. Bird on the game, 4 of 5, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Just all in a quarter's work for Sue.
We can say Birdie is ballin'.
She is. Here's Kelsey Griffin, 9 on the shot clock to Lawson. Guarded by Bird, now Tan White up top, checked by Katie Smith. Nice crossover dribble, gives it up to Griffin. She hit one jumper already. This one's 1 on the shot clock's no good. Another offensive board, this one by Kalana Green, and she's fouled by Swin Cash. The only thing, really, Adia, that Seattle is not doing well in this first quarter is defensive rebounding. I mean, Connecticut's getting way too many offensive opportunities.
Well, and luckily for the Storm, they haven't converted in all those opportunities underneath the basket. I mean, they're shooting 35%. They usually make those shots inside, especially when Asia Jones is getting the boards.
5 offensive rebounds already for the Connecticut Sun of their 7 total. That's
wow.
I mean, normally 3/4 or 2/3 of all your rebounds are defensive rebounds. They're getting 2/3 of their rebounds on the offensive end.
So if they would have converted on those 5, 10-point difference, that's the difference in the game.
Absolutely.
They would be leading.
21-12 as the first free throw is up and good by Green. Second one as well. What is it about the Connecticut program, other than the fact that they have very talented players? What about the program translates so well into the professional ranks?
Well, I think that Gino Auriemma does a great job of preparing the girls and making them all play together as a team. There are no egos, and I think you can notice the difference between the top other programs and the UConn program. The players do well in the league. They're great teammates. They're hard workers on defense, and they understand the game, and I think that's one of the biggest things.
21-14 as the free throws go down. 15 seconds left on the game clock. 10 on the shot clock for Swin Cash in the corner. There's one of Gino's players. She tries to float up a 3, misses, but Ashley Robinson tips it back up to Katie Smith. Tanisha has it with 5 seconds left. Finds LaCoe. There's a 24-footer up and in! LaCoe Willingham bringing down rain. 1 second left. Carol Lawson from midcourt off the glass, no good. And a Seattle Storm dominated first quarter here at Key Arena. They are all on their feet, 9,000 strong. Storm 24, Sun 14. This is Storm basketball.